What's up? Welcome back. Next stream, next project, as I like to say. So what we're gonna do, of course, first is I'll grab my random number generator and grab my 3D asset I'm gonna work with today. If you see this and you don't know what I mean, in the first 30 minutes of the stream, I'll grab a randomly selected 3D scan from my collection and I make a quick sketch with that. It could be like, yesterday I got mittens 3D scanned. I used these to create like a mountain scene with some climbers. Look pretty janky, but well, you just have 30 minutes and you've got to work with what you have. And yeah, so let's grab our next 3D, our next scan. 23, dude, we can never get something below 10. I've just gotten like around 20 or between 15 and 20. I want to get some of those early ones. Okay, 23 it is then. Let's close that window and go in here. Timer's ready. Oh, wrong. Let's go into my folder. Also, the project today's title is recreating a 2D sketch in 3D. I think a few days ago found a pretty cool 2D sketch, and I want to recreate that in 3D and put some 3D magic on it. I can show you the sketch in a minute. Let's see, I can pull it up here so you have something to look at while I pull up my asset image editor. And now let's grab that. There it is. There you go. Oh, you can see it. So this is what we're gonna work with, and this is what we're gonna recreate in 3D. I grabbed this one and just a few real life, what do you call them, references, just for anatomy and all that. And once we're done with our 30-minute intro sketch, we can start on that. I guess this project is gonna like take me like maybe 2 days. I mean 2 streams basically. And then we will probably move over to another project, which I already have in mind, which I can show you as well, maybe tomorrow when we finish this one. But let's grab our 3D scan. What was it? 23, right? I already closed my window, so 23. Oh, we got the same asset again, which means we'll roll again. Let's go in here and make another random number. Maybe we'll get one below 10 now. Sub 10, let's see. Random number generator. Maximum of 30 assets. Let's go. 9, easy. This time we got a sub 10, finally. Let's see what we got. I have some pretty cool 3D scanned statues and busts, which I really wanted to use, but I didn't get the chance yet. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, okay, it's not a statue. It's something quite different. Let's see. Let's pull it up here. Let's import that. It's an OBJ, nice. Let's see, where is it? Reference, we don't need reference. Resources, okay. I mean, you can, I think it's a cool asset to work with. Where is it? There it is. Okay. As you can see, it's not quite a statue. It's a dinner plate. Let's remove that sphere on this light as well. Let's see how it looks. Maybe the textures, oh, as you can see, the textures are already applied. Oh, nice. Looks pretty cool. Okay. So, I think I'm almost ready. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can start. I'll just quickly check what textures we got for this model. Maybe we'll get a bump texture, which I don't expect. Nope, just this image. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I don't want to waste too much time. I'll set up my countdown and then we can start. So, okay, let's go. I don't want to waste too much time, so let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's going, nice. And okay, let's see what we can do. What can we do with this? First of all, I'm gonna rotate it on the x-axis, 90 degrees. And then let's see. Oh, wait, there's a cool plugin we could use, but let's see if I have it enabled. Add-ons. You can't see this window. No, you can't. Well, there's a nice shatter add-on. Let's see. What is it called? Self-fracture. Okay, it's enabled. Self-fracture, there it is. Okay. Do you see this window? Okay, you do actually, nice. Oh, it's gone. Okay, well, let's pull it up again. Okay. Let's see, let's just use that for now. Let's just see what happens. As you can see, it creates all these little objects, which cuts this big object into smaller pieces. And as you can see, it's shattered now. I would probably want to change the shattering just a little bit to make it more realistic. Let's see what we can change here. Source limit. Let's see, scale, noise. Let's put that to 1. Scale. Okay, recursive. Random mesh data. Mass mode. Yeah, it's okay. Let's see what happens if we put that to 25. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, we get some bigger pieces now. I think there's a way to actually make a pointed like impact point. I can't remember how you do that. I think you do it with the annotation pencil. Where is it? There it is. Let's grab that. And that now if you like make a little point right there, a little dot, and then you go back into the self-fracture. You can use annotations pencil. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Perfect. Do we have to write directly on the face? Let's see if that works. Looks good. Okay, that's not on the surface. There it is. Placement. Surface. There it is. If we now just make a little circle, or maybe I think you have to make these shatter lines actually to show it basically where you want to have it shattered. Let's see. I mean, it's definitely more centered in this region. Maybe if we increase the source limit to maybe 50. Let's see. Okay, as you can see on this side there are more bigger pieces, and on this side you can see more smaller ones, which is what I wanted. I think that's pretty good. So let's remove these. Can you just remove them somehow? Cool. I haven't really worked with this pencil before. Oh, there it is. Remove that. Okay. Now we can work with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a plane. Pull that up. Maybe even apply the scale just to be sure. We have to go in here. You can see what I have at the top right because I moved my face cam. Just because I noticed that it wasn't really in a good spot before. because there were some tools behind me, which really isn't. Oh, I know why. Which isn't really a good thing if you want to make like tutorials for YouTube, as I did yesterday. And I was covering some tools which I was explaining, and I I can still like use that footage, but I can't let's see, how much time do we have left? Okay, 25 minutes, that's pretty good. Like, it's just more work for me to actually put some overlay over there that shows you the actual tools that are under my face cam. So I just moved the face cam to the top right, which is probably the most well, useless, if you want to call it that, part of the Blender interface, just because there's only the list of objects you have in your scene. Let's see, collision. Do all of them have that now? No, okay. So we have to select all of them and select this one as the highlighted. Use the link, the modifier. It didn't work, of course. Let's see what happens. Nothing, okay. If we go in here, let's see, if we remove that by going to the physics properties, we can, do we have to, oh no, we have to use rigid body, of course. Rigid body is for actually this, making it fall down, and collision is just for the plane. We can put that on there. And now if we go in here, wait, does that not work? If we just select this and then link that to that? No. Okay. So we have to do something else. Let's see, let's go to wireframe, or actually let's go to solid. I'm hoping the standard settings are pretty good. The plane is not a collision object. Why is it not? Oh, I think you have to go in here and not use collision, but not body, rigid body, and then put that to passive. Shape, box. Let's see how that looks. And there you go. It's lying on the ground, which is what I wanted. So, we have to do that for every single piece. This one already has rigid body. Put that in there. Do that for every single one. You can probably link them somehow, but I don't want to waste too much time on figuring out how to link them, to then only have like 15 minutes or maybe even 5 minutes of time to actually get this image done. So what I'm gonna do is just go in here and put the standard settings on every single piece. We're almost done. 2 more. And that's it. Let's see how that looks. Oh, let's save first, because this could crash. I doubt it, but let's just be safe. Put that in here. Okay, save that, and let's see how that looks. Oh, there's one more I was missing. This one, I think. Yep. Okay, let's try again. Bam. Okay. That looks pretty cool. Or we can see how that turns out. Oh, I have an idea. I just like, yeah, I want to keep it like, just let it retain the shape, but oh, it's the wrong thing. Let's do that again. Use, for example, something like this. Okay, I think you can frame all. You can turn the simulation into keyframes, which doesn't reset your simulation every time you want to change something, which is what I'm trying to figure out right now. Bake to keyframes. Start frame, okay, end frame. That is probably 35 frame step. Okay, there you go. Now it stays the same as it is right now. So if you go in here and select all of these, like that. Wait, can I just delete all the keyframes now? Let's see. You go in here, a lot of keyframes. Select all of them. I think there are even more down here. Oh, I selected all of them. Nothing happened. Delete keyframes. And it stayed like that. Nice. Okay. Select everything. Pull that up. Make that something. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, something like that, maybe. I think that looks pretty cool. Some more rotation on different axes, like that. Delete the plane. Okay, let's parent those to one single piece. This one up there. Give this one a different color. Oh, actually they're all gonna change color. Except if I just go in here and separate this one. Oh, that's not a good idea because I want to change the material later. Okay, let's see how that looks in the rendered view. Pull that up. We can actually join that. Switch this one to the 3D view. Oh, okay. Let's go in here, position that. Maybe something like that. It's pretty good. Rotate that some more. That's better. I want to have it pretty big in the frame, like that. Okay. Now we'll go into this and change the shader. Material preview. 18 minutes, or rather 19 minutes left. Should be pretty good. Okay. Okay, let's see. We'll definitely remove the original colors and... Oh, it's still there. Hello? Oh, I know why. This is the correct one. Nice. Okay, now it's just a blank white. We'll change that to a very dark... let's see. Something like this. The inside... Is it this one that determines the inside piece? Oh, that's really cool. So we can actually work with that. That's really cool. So we can make a nice gold. Put that in there, put that to metallic. Okay. Now, let's see, put the roughness down. Of course, it's not going to look as good as it will be in the rendered view. At 2.1, have a nice metallic in between the pieces. Okay, now let's see how that looks rendered. We probably can't see anything because there's no light, which is good. 17 minutes left. Nice. This might even look better than I expected, which is always a good thing. We could make that just a little bit darker, and now we'll add some light. Which means we'll grab a area light. We'll do the key light first, or the what do you call it? The rim light, which is the one behind the object that just highlights the contours or the silhouette of the object. We'll put that down there. I don't know if it's actually going to hit the correct spot. We'll just see. Put that to 5,000 maybe. Okay. Let's see, make that bigger. Maybe put that closer. Right there. Okay. Maybe make it just longer. As you can see... Wait, is there another... Oh no, that's coming through from the other side, the highlights right there, which doesn't actually look too bad, but let's see, maybe we can move it just a little bit more to the side, rotate it. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Now we'll grab another light. We can keep that on white. We can grab another one. Lights. Point light should be good. I want to work with some color. Nice orange. Put that to full. Nice saturation. Bump up power to 400 maybe. That's definitely too much. Put it maybe to a 100. Actually, I'll keep it on white. I think that looks better. I don't want to change the color of the black plate. Okay, let's put that in here. Put the color, power up to maybe 400. Oh, we have to go in here to the world and pull that down. Okay, now we can actually work with these lights. Grab that. Let's see where it looks best. Okay. Now we go in here again. Change the surface just a little bit. Right there. Let's see, we can make the specularity just a little bit lower, so it's not as bright. Maybe to a 0.3 should work. Remove all the overlays. Okay. So now we keep the color. We can keep everything like how it is right now. Let's see how the gold is looking. We could maybe make it more shiny. Like that. Okay. Specularity can stay at 0.5. Now we'll add some more gold, which means we go in here, right there. Oh, I'm kind of excited how that's gonna look. But let's grab a wave texture. Put that in there. Okay. Oh yeah, it affects the whole plate, not like every piece, because all of them have the same material, which saves us a lot of time. 13 minutes left. Oh, we have so much time. We can devote some more time into this. Make it actually look good. Okay, distortion, put that on there. Make the scale way bigger. Ooh. Way bigger, like that. Oh yeah. Okay, distortion can be a little bit lower actually. I don't want to make it too big. Detail, we don't need detail. Detail roughness, we don't need detail roughness. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move it just a little bit to have some more in there. Rotate it on the Z-axis, I think. No, that's not looking good. Put that back on the Y-axis. Give me some of that waviness. Just a little bit. I don't want to see too much of it. Maybe we can put that to UV. Oh, okay, that looks good. Scale up. Okay, yeah. Give me some more of that. Some of these waves. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think we need more distortion. And now we can use our favorite node, the color ramp, put that in there. Make this sharper. Put that to constant. Okay. We can make this an actual circle if we put that to rings. Oh, okay. Let's see. If we put that like that. Hello, Ongitan. I'm sorry if I misspelled your name. I'm pretty bad with that. Let's see. Something Yep, this is cycles, working with cycles. I'm not a pro with Eevee because especially for these quick projects, these 30-second sketches, I like to use cycles. Just because it's just more intuitive and quicker. If you want to learn Blender, of course you can always just use the usual. I mean, I learned Blender by following a very old tutorial I can't even find anymore, which explains you all the shortcuts and all that, and how you actually use them. So you can look into that. I think you have to start using Blender by learning the tools first and then actually creating something so you get the hang of it. And if you get hooked, then you'll definitely learn everything you want. But I've never used Cinema 4D before. I've only used Blender. I've used Blender for 2 years now, and just first of all because I mainly wanted to try it, like try 3D before I really want to put like time and money into it, which meant that I tried Blender first just because it's free. And oh, that looks cool. And I haven't bought, well, I've bought my first 3D program actually just recently, which is Marvelous 3D, or no, Marvelous Designer, which is basically used for clothing, which is really intuitive if you look into it. It's probably even easier than Blender, just because you basically work as if you're working with what do you call it? With actual like clothing, just because you can decide how the shapes are gonna look. You can sew all the pieces together after you've created them, and yeah, it's really intuitive. Oh, daily posters? You mean daily projects? Well, there's this thing called Sculptember, which is basically creating a you get like for the duration of September you get a key, like a keyword, and for every what do you call it? For every day you have a certain keyword, and with that one you have to create an image for this day. And after the 30 days you're definitely drained. So if your project or your daily poster designs aren't too long, it doesn't take you like 3 hours or so, it can be quite fun. Let me concentrate real quick. I want to actually finish this. Let's see, I have 7 minutes left. Yeah, if you've made something every day, that's really good, especially if you're just a beginner, because getting the just learning the program is the most important part. And the most fun about 3D or Blender especially, I think 3D in general, is the more you get into it, the more possibilities you see in front of you, what you can create, and the more fun it gets, because you can see what you want. Like the horizon just opens up so much that it's just so fun to work in it, and then just get better and better, and you see your progress so fast. Wait, let me put that in here real quick. I mean, we can check your Instagram out real quick if you want some feedback, or just want some I'm definitely interested in your stuff you've rated. Let's see, let's put that in there. Make a second one. Copy the metallic shader or gold shader. Put that in there. Okay, make that rougher. Oh, lighter. Okay. Oh, also thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope your day has been good so far. We'll check out your Instagram when I'm done with this. So in 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Let's see. Do I want to change something? Let's see. We could probably make it just a little bit more interesting by changing the background. We can put in a gradient, which makes, let's see. Oh, wrong direction. So we can change that. Oh, also what I wanted to say, I'm gonna put up a YouTube tutorial. I recorded that yesterday for complete beginners, just like a step-by-step tutorial, giving you a project that you can do right away. It's just a like house with a little tree on a hill that you can do in roughly an hour, and that should teach you the first steps into 3D and how you work with it. Rotate that. You know, it took me 2 tries to actually get the hang of like using Blender. The first time I tried that, I had the mentality of when I learned Photoshop, which was just doing a tutorial where you actually like create an artwork. But the tutorial I tried was a lightsaber, which was kind of hard. So it definitely, I thought, was not for me. But then later, like a year later or so, I tried it once more. 3 minutes left, and then I did a tutorial which was definitely way easier, and then I really got the hang of it, and I'm addicted still. Yeah, I mean, if you're as long as you have fun, you can just create the stuff you want. And if you really want to focus on improving, you can just look at your old stuff and see if you see something you want to improve next time, maybe do the same project again to get the that's what I wanted. Like, to see how much you've improved in the time that was between the first try and the second try. And you can also just, what I really pull my inspiration from is looking on Pinterest, for example, or ArtStation for stuff others made. And what I really like is recreating 2D artwork in 3D, which is just fun for me, and also like a nice nice project to learn more, not only improve your skills but also learn more about the about perspective and lighting and all that. And you can't really recreate the image fully in one to one, which really forces you to improvise and make it like close to the original, which can be really fun. So if you don't know what you want to do, just go, for example, on Pinterest or something, and look if you find something that like interests you, and maybe recreate it or pull some inspiration from that, some artworks or something. That's what I do. I have like a folder or like my my saved pins that I think now I have like 200 character design pins, and every time when I want to just make a character, I go in there and see which one I want to do at that time, and that's just an endless source of inspiration, which is just, I don't know, it's just my motivation hasn't stopped yet. Sometimes when I just like stop doing stuff in 3D, For a few days, it's a little bit harder to get into it again. But once you're in there and you have your inspiration, what you want to create, it's hard to really think about something else. Okay, let's see, I have just a little bit more time. We could maybe make a small circle. Go in here, make that, fill that up. That's behind the plates. I don't know if that's gonna look good. Let's see. Ooh. That looks kind of weird. Oh, actually, 7 seconds. Okay, well, let's keep it like that. I don't know if the circle actually improves the look or not. Let's see how it looks with and without. I think I'm gonna keep it in just so you can see the silhouette on the top left better. Let's save that real quick. And now we can go in here and look at your Instagram. It's always nice to see what other people pull their inspiration from or what they're creating. So let's see. Put that in there. Oh, there you are. Oh, some nice black and white imagery. I like it. I like it. Nice geometric shapes. Looks pretty cool, actually. I mean, not that I expected it to look bad, but have you like learned, like studied or something before that, or was it just a hobby of yours that you just started at some point? Now you're just creating posters every day. Oh, you can't see it actually, right? I have to switch to my... Oh, nice. Where is it? There it is. Screen cap. Now we can see it. Okay. So have you created this? Are these all of your like project of 365 posters, or have you created some of them before that as well? Okay, yeah. I really like the style because I couldn't really create it myself. I'm more of a like realistic person. I think more realistically, and I like creating stuff that looks realistic, which doesn't mean like these people in there or something don't look realistic, but I'm like, I couldn't create this stuff, but it actually it looks really cool. For posters, maybe for something like a CD cover or something, I can definitely see this being used. Let's check out your what's the other one? Can you give me your 3D Instagram as well, or is it just a Ongitan 3D? Oh, I knew it. There it is. Oh, yeah. I think using Cinema 4D is more like, as it's in the name, more cinematic. I think you can make it look more cinematic using the tools of Cinema 4D, and I think the renderer is also a different one. I like these abstract shapes and what's that? Is that a... Are those hair particles, or how did you make them? Oh, these two are Blender. Ooh. Is it part of your, I guess, university of using Blender, or do you use Cinema 4D? I guess you would use Cinema 4D, because I think that's more standard. Oh, you mean this one? I see. No. You have definitely a cool style of this neon geometric shapes, and then tried something else with these more organic shapes and these landscapes, and also very colorful, which is really cool. Wait, I think the music is quite loud. Let's go in here. Good thing is, using using every 3D program, especially if you're having fun, you improve so fast and you can see your progress so fast, which just like motivates you even more. Yeah, looks really cool. Well, I would like to give you some feedback, but this is like not like my usual style. I'm more like a anatomy person and all that, but I'm not that much into compositing or composition, but like the aesthetic and all that really looks really cool. This one, oh, even a video. Using, I guess, some particle simulations. Okay, yep, I like it. Why did you create 2 different Instagrams? Just to keep them separate, I guess. Okay, let's remove the timer. Okay, 13 days. Yeah, probably a good idea. I think Instagram is similar to YouTube or different social media platforms. If you just post the same stuff on your channel or on your profile, it's just better for the discoverability if you go for that. Let's save that and okay. Oh, of course, we're not just done yet. We have to switch to the compositor. I stream my 3D projects at least for 3 to 4 days a week, which means roughly 3 hours a day. Before that, before I streamed, I did 3D as well, which was probably like 2 hours to the highest was 4 hours, something around that. Not really every day. Sometimes I was like hadn't really an inspiration, so I didn't know what to do. But right now I have too much I want to do, so I'm working in 3D roughly 3 hours a day. My best advice would just be to, well, if you want to really focus on improving, you can either look at your old stuff, as I said before, and see if you've improved, and if you still see some stuff you want to improve, work on that. For example, if you want to create like how I do, how my specialty or my biggest interest is in character creation or character design. I can always improve on anatomy and the facial structure and all that, and muscles. So you can maybe look for videos that talk about how you can improve in the topic you want to improve on, or the expertise you want to build up. And you can also, there are some forums you can look at where you can post your stuff and people can give you feedback, and overall just working and doing projects. I think this is the most fun way of improving. Let's see, let's work with our filter denoise, most important filter of all. Go in here, put the sampling down. Adaptive. Okay. Supported GPU. Okay. Save that one more time, and now we can render the test image. Oh no, actually we need to change the. Oh, I could have put in some depth of field. That would probably make it look better, but I can't change my sketch now. 30 minutes are over. I can only change the post-production part, or I can now work on post-production. We put that to a. That's too much. Put that to a medium contrast. We use the denoising data and we switch to wait, where is it? There. Oh, output EXR. One tip I can give you that I just recently learned: don't underestimate post-production. Post-production makes your image or your render look way better. What I do is, the first render I put it on file format OpenEXR, which is a file type that saves more information when it comes to light, which means I think light and color, which means you just have more more data to work with when you're working on the post-processing stuff, especially when it comes to color and very bright colors. The gradient, when you, for example, look at a shadow. Oh wait, what happened there? I think you can't see it, but what happened to my image? What is that? Okay, something went wrong. I think. Oh, I see it. That we have to remove that. Okay, now it works. What I was saying was I forgot. OpenEXR is like a raw file in cameras. So you just have more room to work with and just more freedom. Because if you, for example, look at a shadow, the shadow caps in the PNG format, for example, way faster than in the EXR format. What I mean with caps is the pure black or the blackest spot that you can get in the image will be reached faster in the PNG than the EXR. There's a good video from Flip Normals, they're called, where they explain or talk about post-production, and they talk about OpenEXR. And I think they also give you some examples so you can imagine what I mean with the capping of the shadows. Okay, now we can change the colors just a little bit. Just this part is quite dark. Let's see if we can maybe put in first a glare filter just to see what that looks like. Nothing happens. Okay. Probably because there are no really bright spots in here. Oh, okay. Actually, we just had to wait. Put that to fog glow, and as you can see, this filter you can't apply before rendering. You can just do it in post-production, and this just looks way better than before. If you just remove that, up, come on, up, boring, and then you put it on again, and as you can see, soon you just add some nice shiny glow on there, which just makes it look way better just right off the bat. We could maybe keep it just like that. This is one of my favorite filters in the post-production, just because the glow improves everything you do. Let's see, we'll also use a RGB curves. Maybe make the brights a little bit brighter. Make the darks dark. Maybe even darker. Oh, it takes quite a while to compute. I don't know why, but... Oh, that's too dark. So we can keep that around there. Okay. We could maybe even bump that up just a little bit to separate the plate from the background. Just a little bit more. I think that looks pretty good. Now, well, I'll show you another filter I use very frequently. I think I've used it for every single quick sketch I did, which is the distortion, lens distortion. If you put that in there, right now nothing happens, but if you put that, for example, to a 0.5, it adds like a fisheye lens effect, which is the first setting, which is not what we're going to use for this one. You can put that to fit so it fits the whole image. But what I want to use is, maybe I want to use it. Put that to nothing because I don't want to use it. I want to use dispersion. I'll show you what that does. And you're going to see some real magic now. 0.5 maybe. And bam. Nice. I mean, that's way too big, but you can see the effect. If you put that lower, maybe to a 0.1, it just adds just a little bit of dispersion, which can really add to the whole image and make it look way better. For example, in this area, just a little bit of dispersion can really, or this one, just looks way better than if you remove this one. Look at it without it. Come on, faster. Boring, and then you add that without the jitter. And when it's done, you can see, bam, looks way better. And now you can also add maybe some more saturation. Let's see. Most of the time, more saturation looks kind of weird. Let's put that maybe to 1.1. I don't know why it's taking so long. Usually it doesn't take that long. Usually it just updates right away. Maybe the plate is so big that it's taking quite a while. Yeah, I think we can keep it like this. One thing I would probably change if I had more time is I would change the background, maybe to a full dark, like full black, just to see the plate a little bit better. But that's gonna be our quick sketch. Save that, and I'll render that later. Or actually, I'll render the finished product right away. Right now. Save that. I'll do it as a temporary file. I use these renders, these quick sketches, every day for my YouTube thumbnail for the stream, which is really a nice loop of creating a sketch and then using it the next day. So I don't have to create a new thumbnail every day. Wait, where's my resolution dimensions? 50%. We just want to see the finished product. Save that once more. And that should be good. Let's render that. I think you can see it in the bottom left. Yep. And there you go. That's the finished image. This one looks actually pretty good. The last two or so weren't that, well, I did like them very much. But this one looks actually pretty cool. You could probably still improve it, but there's no time. We had no time left, so we can be happy with what we got. Save that. and we can move on to the real project. Oh, I'm gonna save it as an PNG. Save that. Okay. This is not only going on YouTube as a thumbnail, but also on my Instagram. I think I have it linked on my Twitch account. I could probably also make like a, I don't know, command. I haven't really looked into that. Or maybe like an overlay that pops up a few times. Or from time to time. But let's go over to our main project. I think I have a file already. Do I? No, let's just make a new project. General. And there you go. So we're not going to use that. Remove that. We can actually keep the lamp. What we're going to do is go in here and we have to we have to grab the character or the base mesh from a different project first. For these projects that are just supposed to be a quick, like 2-day accord, I'll grab my base mesh that I created just a few months ago. That's also the same I used for the first character I created. Let's see. So I have my base mesh and also my eyes already done. So I don't have to create those as well, because they can be quite tedious, especially the eyes. There you go. You probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm just opening my old project and creating a nice exportable come on. Exportable base mesh. I should probably like make an OBJ or something so this step is easier, so I don't have to pull this up all the time. The file is quite big, which is why it takes so long to open. Let's see, I think it's can you make that bigger? It's, wait, what? Well, it's big. Ignore. Can you see that? Okay, you can't. Well, okay, where's the character? The eyes are right there. Are those the ones with the images? Okay. Okay, let's make a quick export folder collection. And we can start in just a minute. Put the base mesh in there. Which one is it? This one. Put that in there. Also the eyes. Okay. There it is. Save that. And now we can grab our base mesh. Where is it? There it is. 4A. Pent. Go into collections. Base mesh right there. Let's append that. And let me grab my graphic tablet. Okay, let's go. This is my base mesh of a female character. Put that in the middle, like that. Okay. I only need. Let's cut up part of it. I only need like this part. We can remove everything else, maybe even less, like that. We can. Ooh. Oh, we can. I think we can remove. Well, can I? Yeah, I think if you. Let's see if that works. If we remove that, and then we put a Boolean modifier on there. Apply that, remove that, put that in here. Now if you put a multi-resolution on there, maybe remove these faces. Now let's see. Subdivide. Okay, it still works. Nice. If we reset that, put that in there again. Okay. Now we can work with this. Actually, we want to have these faces down there. Can we... Oh. What is that? Solve this vertice. This one as well. And we can grid fill this. Just to get a nice topology down there as well. Grid fill. Okay. I mean... This looks pretty good. Yeah, let's just keep that. Do the same over here. Grid fill. This looks pretty okay. Can you... Nope, let's just fill that as well. Yep, let's keep that. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's work with this. Let's grab my reference. I'll put it up here as well. I have my special reference window that I can record on stream. Just, I don't know, if I put it on there, it just records it as a black box, which is not really useful. So I'll just pull up the image in here so everybody can see what I'm working with or what I'm working off of. Where is it? There it is. References. Use this one, put that in there. Okay. Let's start. The first thing I'm gonna do is put in the pose, which will be pretty easy. We can just go in here, maybe put my reference okay, yeah, I think that should be good. Okay, let's switch to sculpting. Now I can just use the pose tool, change the head first. Hopefully, do I have the symmetry on? I do. Does it actually work? It does, okay. Maybe I don't want to have it on because that could screw up my model. Or actually I have to keep it on so I can work with symmetry. Go in here. Tilt the head back just a little bit. That's too much. Like that. Oh! Okay. I think it's easier to just go into layout and go in here. Do it from here. Go in here. Grab all that. Okay. We could probably remove these ones, and now we use our proportional editing. Let's that stay on smooth. Rotate that on the x-axis. Or actually we can go in down here. Right there. Put our cursor in there. We can say the cursor is our anchor point. We select everything else from the head like that, and we can rotate it on the anchor point. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Maybe that's too much. We just want a little bit of a like that. Now we can rotate the whole body forward just a little bit. Let's put a plane in here so we can see where the water's gonna be. Like that, maybe a little bit higher so we can like that. I just want to see. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe just a little bit less. Okay. Yep, this looks pretty good. So let's remove this plane or make it just hide it for now. And now we can work with the face or on the face. Last time I sculpted the hair as well. This time I'm either gonna put more time into detailing the hair, or I will not do hair using just like making it by sculpting it, but I'm gonna use curves. Okay, go into sculpting, maybe use a matte type of that, looks pretty good. We can, on here, change the view, put the clip lower so we can zoom in more. Okay. Let's go. Of course, first, as always, I forgot actually to do something important, which is going in here, selecting everything and saying smoothing the vertices. I don't know, maybe like 5 times. This should give us a nice starting point. Maybe that's too much. This looks better. Okay. Oh, what are these? Oh. Just fix that real quick and we can start. Okay. I don't think it's symmetrical anymore. Why you do this to me? Okay. Well, we'll see what happens if I sculpt in here with symmetry on. Put that, divide that once, and now we can work this. Okay. Let's go. So first of all, as always, big shapes first, which means getting the face or the head shape in, getting the eye size in, and the proportions in the face. Maybe make the eyes, put them lower. Also, give them a nice tilt up on the outside edges like that. Make them look more feminine. Maybe pull them back. Okay. Make the nose smaller. Also pull it outwards so it's not like stump. Okay. Okay, let's go into here with some real tools. First of all, we're gonna go in here and put some creases in here. The eyelids have to be closed some more. Maybe we should put in some eyes so we can actually work around those. Go back to object mode. Actually, we don't have to do that. We can stay in sculpt mode, go to layout. This is a very angry mannequin. Put them over here. Put the eyes in first. Let's see if the size fits. Okay. Let's see where they're looking at right now. Okay. I think that's okay. So let's get back to sculpting. Pull the lower part further forward, or everything of the eye part. The eyelids, we're gonna make them thicker as well. Okay. Now let's make this part go in deeper. Like that. And still working on the main shapes, not going into too much detail. She's kind of looking angry. That's not what I want. If you want to mask a certain area, you can hold shift and then press A to start the masking process from where you hover, where you have your mouse. Okay, let's get a second view in here. We'll grab a horizontal split and also a vertical split. Put that to image view. Oh, you can actually you can't see my image. Let's pull that up right there. Okay, now we're going here. Use the camera. Oh, that's way far back. Where's the camera? There it is. We could make this bigger. Okay. We don't need to apply the scale. We just want to position our camera. Give it a little X rotation, just because it has to be over the water in the end. Okay. Let's see if that's... Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we have our second perspective. Let's reduce this window. We don't need it. And we can work on this sculpt some more. Okay. Oh. Let's remove the mask. Change the shape of the eyes. Now they look way less like angry. Okay. Of course they still look kind of weird, but that's just because we're still in the blocking process, blocking out the main shapes. Okay. We can keep it like that for now. What we're gonna do now is change the brow region. Oh, some nice devil horns. Why not? Let's see, we're gonna make this deeper. Make this very smooth, a nice smooth transition. Make the forehead nice and smooth. Maybe even a little bit flatter, like that. And now let's work on the eyebrows some more. The eyebrows always have this weird like swirl in here. It goes like this, it goes from down here up there, like that, and then down here you have some muscle and some fat. I think more fat than muscle that can go over the eyelid. Okay, get some more volume in here. Okay. Let's change the nose. I think the nose is and then the face. I mean, the lips are the biggest part why it looks so weird right now. Okay. Let's actually give it some shape. Make the bridge in the middle. I think it has a different name, but I can't remember what it is. Make it smaller. And once we have the main shapes in here, we can go and add another detail level. Like that. We can go in here, put this in there, make the nostrils actually not just connect with the cheeks. Okay. This part has some fat on it. So we'll add that. We'll remove the radius pressure sensitivity, just because I don't like it. Personal preference. Okay. Make the nose just a little bit thicker. Make it smaller or thinner in the middle or up there between the eyes. Okay. We can maybe get the transition a little bit steeper. Okay. Looks kind of angry, but this is always the case with every sculpt you do for a character. At some point, you just look at it and think, dude, this is never gonna look good. But then you just work on it and work on it and work on it. And at some point, it looks good. So just don't get discouraged. Just work on it. Keep improving. Keep changing what you don't like. And at some point, it'll look good. Okay, maybe we could... we could maybe pull the nose down just a little bit. Like that. Okay, let's work on these lips. They look very weird. Give them some shape first, or actually let's close them. Make this part of the mask as well. Everything that's black won't be affected by the tools we use. Everything that's not black will be affected. So now if you go in here, use the move tool or grab brush, we can pull the lip down. Maybe not close it fully, but give it some like half closed lip. Okay. This already looks better than just a few seconds ago. Maybe pull the lower lip down just a little bit in the middle. Oh, wrong brush. Okay. And now we can go in here and actually shape the lips. Let's see if they have to be... Oh, actually, I think the chin is very important to make it actually give the face some character and shape. Okay, so what you can keep in mind with lips, if you have your nose and your chin, you can draw a line between the chin or across from the chin to the tip of the nose, and the lips should be somewhere close to that line, which means we'll pull them up forward. Maybe pull the nostrils back just a little bit. Just a little bit, I said. Okay. Let's work on these lips. The most important thing I learned, and the most important thing, was that lips actually don't just stop or anything, but they're basically the inside of the mouth folded outwards, which means if you look in here and you follow the lip, you can see it just goes from here into here, and then it turns by 90 degrees, so it's upside down, like it's facing downwards. And then if you go in here, you can see that it just goes right in here and is basically the inside of the mouth. So it goes from here goes to the lip and rotates so it's facing outwards. That was one of my the most useful tip I got for my 3D character creation skills to improve. Okay. Let's give this lower lip some shape. Like that. Give it some more volume. Down here. The lower lips have these two balls basically in them, and the upper lip has 3. 1 in the middle and 2 on the outside, so 1 right there and 2 right there, which defines the shape of the lip. So let's see, kind of a duck face. Maybe we can close it just a little bit more. Looks kind of weird right now. Oh, wrong brush, of course. Okay, I still want to keep it open just a little bit. We can hide this part. How do you hide this again? Hide mask. Oh, okay, let's do the opposite. If we select this part and say hide mask, we can work on the upper lip without not seeing what we're working with. So let's go in here and make it just a little bit more voluptuous. Give it some more shape. Of course, this is only the first layer. We will give it some more detail with more resolution. Okay. Get this little thingy in here. I don't know what that's called. Okay. This is probably gonna be a quick or a speed art, or what do you want to call it. We're just gonna be on my YouTube channel. Do I want to have her smiling, or do I want to give her like an... I don't think she's gonna smile. More like an O face, like she's surprised. So let's go in here. Adjust the shape just a little bit more. Like that. She's not positively surprised, she's more negatively surprised. She doesn't want us to be here. Let's see, let's get the cheekbones in here. Pretty crazy cheekbones. Let's pull them back. Let's actually give her an actual jaw. Define the jaw some more, like that. Easy peasy. Make it more prominent. Okay. Okay, maybe we can make the chin a little bit bigger. Okay. Oh, that's too much. Okay, that looks pretty good. Give it some more volume up here. Also some more up here, like that. Go in here, make this crease bigger. Like that. Like that. Looks pretty good. Okay, I think we have the main shapes in there. We could maybe make the eyes a little bit, or the eyelids a little bit thicker. So let's do that. We need more thickness. Of course, we don't have that much resolution, which will make it hard to give it like proper proper thickness. Right there. Made a mistake, but I think I can fix it. I pulled the back-facing faces forward as well, which is not what I wanted. Let's smooth that, and that should be fixed. Yep, okay. Get in the eyes again. Front face is only deactivated. I think now we should be good. Ooh. Okay. Now. That looks good. Okay. Those are the main shapes. Of course, the ears, we need them actually in this one. Last time we didn't need them. So let's make them actually look like ears. Get the first shape in there. Get the second shape with this little thingy down here. Then this swirl. And go in here, make this deeper. Of course, still working just on the main shapes, not putting in too much detail. Focusing on detail too early will easily get you lost in them, which can really destroy your whole project. Because at some point you realize, oh dude, I want to change these big shapes again. And you can't do that because you've implemented or put in the details already. And then removing them again is just annoying. So why not fix your big shapes first and then work on the details. Actually, first the main shapes, then the medium shapes, and then the details. Okay. smooth that. Pull them out. Their size is pretty pull them down. Okay, I think that's a good size. Yep, that looks pretty good. I think at some point I'm gonna do some likeness sculpts just because I want to improve on likeness sculpting and also because it's fun. Maybe, well, these ones are kind of like likeness sculpting, but not really, because it's not like a real person that you should recognize in the face, or like a fictional character. Okay. Give it some more depth in there. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now that we have our main shapes, we can go over to the next resolution. More subdivision, and we can do some more details. Let's go into more depth. Of course, first the nose. Looking at my reference just to get some more understanding of the anatomy and the structure. Okay. Let's see. Let's make this more, put that more outside. Make the nostrils thicker. We need some more thickness in these nostrils. Go in here, make it deeper. Of course, you're not really gonna see the lower half of the face that much, but I plan on making it like shine through the water surface, which means it still has to be sculpted. And I'm not just gonna sculpt half the face, because that's boring. If I do a face sculpt, I'm actually gonna do the whole face. Okay. The nose is basically consists of 3 main shapes, which is this one in the middle, these 2, this, I don't know, these knobs right there, and then you have the nostrils that go from here and go to the end and attach to the face. Wait, what happened there? Let me fix that real quick. Front faces only. Okay. Fixed. Nice. Let's define the shape some more. Okay. Now let's make these nostrils actually have some shape. Okay, let's change the shape of the tip of the nose. Maybe to more of an upwards. Oh, okay. This can really change the look of the profile view. And the look in itself. If you just change this tip, make it just pull it high, so how you have this first this low rise, and then it switches to this steeper rise. Let's add some more volume right there. Okay. Make the nose bridge more prominent. Like that. Okay. This one, the last one I made pretty comic-like, or yeah, like stylized. The last character I did. This one's probably gonna be more realistic. Give some more clear features and just add some more realism in here. Just because I want to change it up a bit. We need some more depth in here. Dig in here, in the eyes. This is where the holes of the skull are, or part of it. Okay. We need some more bats right here. You have this bat shape right there. Also, the okay. Apparently my stream just reset. I don't know why. Hopefully nothing big happened. Well, let's just hope. Put that in here. And now let's smooth it up. Still looks kind of flat. Let's give it some more volume. It's always falling down there. I think that's because of the topology. define the lower lid a little bit more. Okay. Nice. Pull this part in just a little bit. Side of the eye. Okay. Let's focus on the eyes some more. Get this nice eyelid shape in here. Make the corners a little bit sharper. Of course, not too sharp. Okay. Now we go into the corner. We can add some more thickness to this part. Okay. Let's pull this closer to the eye, because it's kind of detached right now. Okay. Onto the bottom part. Eyelids are quite thick, so I'm just gonna add some more to it because they're quite thin right now. I know I'm saying thick a lot. Okay, go in here, define this shape some more, smooth it out. Okay. Nice. Let's see the side view. We pulled this back too far. That's not realistic. So this should look better. Maybe just a little bit more like that. We still keep the same or a similar shape from the front, but we adjust the profile view to make it look better. Okay. Change the size, pull that in some more. Okay. Okay. Let's pull in, grab the eyelets, make the crease in there. This very deep crease where you basically store your eyelid, or where it's stored. Like that. Pull it down. We actually have to close the eyelid some more. She still looks kind of angry. I think that's because of the eyebrows, which we're gonna adjust in a second. Let's go in here first, make sure that this is deep enough. Okay, that looks kind of weird because we have not enough geometry right there. Let's make this a little bit less prominent. Okay. Go in here. Oh, hello, Radiant Reddish. As you can see, probably read in the title, I'm recreating this image down here in 3D. I'm in the beginning stages right now, which means putting in the main shapes and then switching, giving it some more detail, and lastly putting her into the scene and also giving her some color. Let's see what she's looking like. Main focuses are the eyes. He kind of looks... I think we need to close the eyes some more. Ooh. Never done 3D modeling. Are you interested in 3D, or are you more interested in something else? What are you looking for? Of course, my main interest is 3D. I can tell you a lot about it if you want, but maybe it's good good new hobby for you to pick up, of course, if you want. Ooh, 3D printing. That's actually something I wanted to explore some more as well. Just because I want to make my my stuff, like the stuff I create in 3D, actually have it as an actual thing I can touch. Thank you for the follow, Radiant Radish. Yeah, but I haven't really looked into the whole printing process. I definitely want to look into that some more. I saw some 3D character artists modeling their characters and then printing them, and one of them made like this huge samurai, which was like an inch tall or 30 centimeters. I've never used ZBrush before, just because for now at least, I probably will pick it up at some point. I work with Blender solely because it's free, and because I started using Blender where I learned 3D, and I kept using it just because I'm now used to using Blender. But I think at some point I'll try ZBrush, probably do the either 1 month subscription just to test it out first, or I think there's like a demo you can actually use. Ooh. Is injection molding basically creating a mold first and then putting the resin in there afterwards. I haven't really looked into all the procedures you can do of creating 3D printed objects. I think the most prominent one I saw was the one where they print them from bottom up, create this internal structure so they're actually stable. Yeah, I have a few things I would probably like to have exported, but I don't know. It's definitely a topic I have to read more about. Problem is, you should like get a good printer right away. My first idea was to go to some like 3D printing shop and get your first prints done there, just to test it out first, and then you get your first machine or printer. So you're not like putting in so much money and then realizing that it's either not for you or not really something you want to keep doing. And at that point you already put some money into it, which would probably be not necessary if you can print it somewhere else. But I haven't really found a good 3D printing shop near me yet. I think you can also order them. Yeah, but I gotta admit, at some point I just forgot 3D printing because I worked on my projects and just forgot it. But that's profit. At some point I'm probably gonna look into that. We had when I was in school, in high school, we'd had one of our like schoolmates did a project, like a presentation about 3D printing screws, which was kind of interesting. I think they were just not strong enough to actually be useful, which is like kind of understandable because it's not really like metal or something, just resin. Which you can't really expect to be used in a like industrial setting. Okay. Definitely getting it some more shapes in if you want to see the comparison for the first. So this is the previous step right there. Then I added just some more details, and this was the first. Okay, that was the beginning. It looks kind of like someone got burnt in a car crash and then actually recovered. Yep. So that's the beginning, and now we're here. I plan on finishing this in about like probably even tomorrow or the day after. So if you want to check out my process even like some more, you can tune in tomorrow again. Yeah, I don't want to stress these muscles too much. Just keep them subtle. Some in here as well. So I'm not only wanting to like recreate this, but also add some more to it. Like actually make this water more detailed. Because this is just a sketch, of course it's not as detailed as you could make it. Maybe add some flowers on the surface floating, or adding some pollen, I think you'd call them. Just making it more detailed and giving it that 3D magic. That's just one of my favorite 3D projects, just recreating something in 3D that you saw in 2D before. What are you interested in 2D design? Just posters or more like graphical type typography, or more about pictures, like graphical stuff? I work as a media designer, which means I actually do more videos now at work. At first, like, I learned to create like layouts and all that, and create magazines and flyers, but at some point my qualities were more in video editing and animations, that I got all these projects, because we only have one more person that is actually like could do animation as well, but I'm definitely the person that does most of it. Oh, Andrew Price, good old Blender guru. Good choice, good choice. Are you doing the Blender donut tutorial? That's a classic. There's even a whole Reddit forum just of people doing the donut and then posting them in there. He's definitely your guy for architectural stuff, or oh, the sprinkles, yeah. He's definitely the guy for architectural stuff and more like hard surface modeling. If you want to go more like in this direction with organic shapes, I think you're better off somewhere like Flip Normals, if you know them. They do more character creation and character design, anatomy and all that. Andrew does, one of my favorite series is the one where he recreates the film sets in 3D. I think there are like 2 videos or something, which really teach you a lot about different either processes of recreating these scenes, or modeling techniques that you maybe have never seen before. I think the cheekbones go too low. Okay, that's better. Oh, Corridor Crew, that's what I'm watching as well. Mainly the reactions, but I also like their I think their second channel is called just Corridor. No, that's their main channel. I think Corridor Crew is the one where they do like vlogs and all that. That's the one that I think is the most, like, their vlogs are just so, all of them are just so packed with like entertainment that you can't stop yourself from watching them. And they always have like a janky idea that they're doing. It feels like everybody just has ideas, and they just have an idea that they want to execute every day, which is really cool. Of course, right now they can't really work together that well, but oh yeah, I think I saw his live streams on YouTube. Well, not when he was live, but his recorded or archived live streams. Haven't checked out what he's doing, but I think I'm in a similar interest field, if you want to call it that. What he like compared to what he does. I think he's really focused on making things look realistic and making them look yeah, like realistic. Just giving it some bump textures and textures overall to make it look like a real scene that could be like a movie or photo. I'm definitely more into realism than stylization. I think he's the guy for that. So you're a realism person as well? Yeah, I don't know, I like, my mind just always goes into realism. The first thing I wanted to do, or like my main projects, are recreating either real people, or like as I do right now, recreating these characters. But this one I'll add some more realism, because the last one I did was less realistic, more like comic-like. And it's just, for me at least, a more interesting field than stylization. Of course, both of them have their skills you have to develop, but just more interested in realism. Good thing is, in Blender and all the 3D programs, you can pretty quickly create a pretty realistic scene. But if you want like create a whole like an actual house, room, or something like a garden with some plants, like a river, then it can be quite tricky to get a good composition and make it actually look real. There's another person that I would recommend especially for realism, which is, I think, Ian Hubert, he's called. He does like these lazy tutorials where he shows you how you can use stuff like pictures, just cut the stuff out you want out of them, like street signs, create some easy maps, add all that together, and get some pretty realistic signs in with just a single like sign picture. I think he's creating a short movie right now, or short series, and he's using a lot of his own photos that he just shot somewhere while running around. Okay. It's crazy how how easy it makes, like how easy it looks just to create these, like how he creates his assets. He just filmed a waterfall, or a like a small river, and recorded all the foam, then separated that foam from the rest of the image, so he has just like the foam running down the river, and then he used that in Blender to create some waterfalls that looks really good, like really realistic. It's really interesting and really fascinating how easy you just can pull up some photo and create some realistic scene. Yeah, I just recently well, I can show you what I mean. Just, I think on Monday I thought about the learning curve of Blender. Then I thought about like a huge wall, if you put it like that. So you're the camera right there, and then you see this wall, and you think, dude, I'm never getting over there. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get up there. And then once you start like trying to get up there and understanding it, you see, okay, this wall is actually not this big. Then you get over it and you just see the possibilities that open up for yourself. And the deeper you go, and you see this, if you want to picture it, you see this this landscape, this beautiful landscape of stuff you could create, and then you go deeper and deeper, and it just gets more like bigger and beautiful. Yep, that's how I pictured it. That's why I'm still drawn to it, and there's just too much to learn to ever like be done. Oh, not rendered. I know what you mean, imposter syndrome. I know how that feels. I'm quite shy, like putting my new learned skills or developed skills into a new like project just because you never want it to fail. But the best thing you can do is actually fail, because that will teach you the most about what you can improve. So how did you get into 3D from developing? Do you mean like game development, or like more of is it more of a hobby, or do you want to improve your skills in a certain like in 3D that'll improve your work at work? Let's see how she's looking. Okay, she looks kind of tired. Oh yeah. Maybe you heard it before. I am a like media designer or graphic designer at work. And at some point I just tried 3D, and it just interested me way more than just usual 2D graphic design. So I looked into it some more, and now I'm here. It's just I don't know, it's just 3D was always like more interesting to me, even in school and high school when we had like vectors and 3D graphs. I immediately understood that topic. Everything else in math was so weird to me, and I could never really wrap my head around it, especially like probability calculations. But 3D was always like immediately understood for me. First I started drawing because my friend said, dude, your sketches are pretty cool, you should draw more. And then I drew for like probably like 2 or 3 years. No, or actually I think, yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years. And then I switched to 3D. First I did like pencil sketches like with actual paper, and then I switched to digital painting once I bought my first graphical tablet, like, and then I did that for a while, which I actually put in my what do you call it, the thing you send to the, let's just Google that real quick. I want to know what it's called. I think not your resume. Wait, what?
Candidatacher.
Candidatacher, okay, or application rather. I think that's a better word for it. I put some of my digital drawings in there as well. I don't think they're that good anymore, but I think they just were good, like a good thing to put in, just because you can show that you're not like that you can actually like draw something and not just stumble through like everything that's related to art. I also had like a focused my classes in high school were more focused on art, so we can choose between different courses basically, or collections of classes that you want to focus on, and I chose math, which wasn't really an option for me. I mean, I couldn't really choose, but I could choose between math and just language. And I chose math, and then art, and I think biology. Yeah, portfolio, that's what I meant. I think that's the most motivating thing in whatever you do. If you see your improvement, at least for me, I'm immediately motivated to do some more and get even better. Oh, okay. I'll see you radiant reddish. Stay radiant. I hope you enjoy your day. And yeah, I'll see you then next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, I was kinda lost in these eyes, which is good because it's the main focus of the image, but I don't want to stay in here too long. Let's see, can we go into more detail? You know, it looks kind of weird if you go from this view to this view, but I can't really figure out why. Maybe it's just, I think these cheeks have changed just a little bit. The eyes also look kind of, they don't look relaxed like these do. Let's change them a little bit. Pull the eyelid down. If you're interested in some more tutorials that are like tailored to beginners, I just yesterday recorded a tutorial for people who, like, catered to people who've never used Blender before. So basically I try to make a tutorial for everyone that wants to try it. If you want to do that, you'll learn to build a simple house. I can show you that real quick if you want. Save that first. Oh, I've not saved it before. Okay, let's do that. I'll upload it at some point this week. It's not uploaded yet because I'm still cutting it. I cut the first third of it, or I cut some parts out. So I'm like a third of it is done. But I'm not done editing it yet. But I plan on uploading it this week. So my plan is I focus on streaming on Mondays to Wednesdays or Thursdays. So either 3 or 4 days a week. And then the rest of the days I'm going to focus on videos. Oh, you're going to be my first subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, maybe I could even make a Nightbot link command, but I don't know how that works. I have to look into that. Let's show you that project that you're gonna create then. Okay, let's go in here. We can save that one more time. Hell yeah, you're the first one, because I haven't uploaded anything yet, so there's nothing to look at. Let's see. Oh, well, is it still in my recent? Nope, it's not. Okay, let's open that real quick. File open. It's a house. A simple house. Let's use this one or this one. Okay, looks kind of, you know, I did the same, like I explained this house, how you can create it. Wait, where's the color? Okay, let's open another one. This one's not the correct one. I did this tutorial like as a test with my colleague, and she understood it quite well, so I think it's a good tutorial for starting with Blender. Nope, I don't want to save. This one. Okay, so if you go in here, you should see some color. Nice. My plan is to not only... So in the tutorial, you'll see how you can create this. So you'll learn how to form a cube into this house shape. You'll see how to create the door and these windows and the tree, which is all quite simple if you know how you do it. And then I also wanted to expand the scene some more. I wanted to add some hills and put this ground basically as an island into a pond. Put some hills in the background and some windmills, and put that on as a second video, like a time lapse, just so if people want to go into more depth and create some more, they have like a second video that not only shows them how to create more, but also gives them some inspiration into what they could put more into the scene. So I'll make it probably a time lapse, just so people have like a rough idea how I created all that stuff, but don't have to look like at a 30-minute video. Let's open the character 2. Yep. So that's what you're gonna create in there. I didn't know if that was actually like interesting to create or like an impressive thing for someone who begins just creating stuff in 3D. But then I showed that to my colleague and she said, wait, we're gonna create that right away? And then yeah, that's what you're gonna do. I think it's just like, it's not hard to create, especially because you only use like 3 or 4 tools in the beginning, and which is also like the tools that you're going to use the most in your 3D career, if you want to call it that, or through your 3D well, the tools you're going to use the most in all your 3D modeling are the ones I'll show you in there. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't really gauge whether or not it's like, okay, where's the person here? Whether it's actually like some impressive thing, because for me it's not impressive anymore. But that's why I wanted to have a second opinion, and so I got a good idea from teaching her how to do it, that this might be a good idea to have as a first project. So why is she gone? Oh, I know why. I have to activate the render setting. Wait, not this one. Wait, why is she gone? Well, we'll care about this later. Let's work on her some more. You'll probably not see the list up there at the top right, because that's where my face cam is. I just moved it. Yesterday I had it at the bottom left or mid left of the screen, but that covered some of the tools that I showed in the tutorial, which is kind of annoying because now I have to like put an overlay of the tools over my face cam just to show which tools I'm actually using. But you'll also learn more. So next time I know to put my face cam somewhere else. That's why it's up there now. I think the like layer or list of objects you have in your scene is the least important thing to have or to see. Let's change the matte cap. Also, if you have some projects you want to have some critique on, I'm always open to look at them and give you some tips or some things you could improve on. I'm always happy to see some projects of other people, just because showing them on stream will maybe even inspire other people and also inspire me, which is why I do this stuff right here. Hello, Bolomus13, welcome for the follow. Thank you for the follow, not welcome. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And if you have any questions, of course you can put them in chat. Yeah, bottom right. You know, I don't want to put it in the bottom right corner just because you have these settings right here. And if you have something like the materials, they can be down here. And if I put my face cam right there, you can see these settings I set right there, which is not what I want. I want you to see all the settings I changed right here, which is why I put them up here to the top right. And also, if I do like the tutorial I did was in the with these settings you have when you first start Blender, which means you have like a small window down here, which you then later pull up just to use these windows. So I can't really put the face cam like down to the bottom left, because then when I pull up my new windows, I'm like basically in them, so you can see what's going on in there. And if I put them like to the bottom right, you see all these settings. You can't see them anymore, so I think the top right is the best choice. I could also put it like in the 3D viewport somewhere, maybe like somewhere the top right. But then I had it like at the top left right here. But then if you open these settings, you can't see which ones I'm clicking. So there's so much stuff that you should see and so little space to put your face cam somewhere. I mean, if you're, what do you mean with good enough? Everything is good to get critique on, but if you like, I know what you mean with I myself am sometimes like self-conscious and don't want to I don't want to project onto you, but sometimes if I finish some project, I don't want to show it to people just because I think it's not that good. And then I'll just keep it like hidden or like keep it to myself, which is maybe not a good idea, but I just don't want to show it to people. Of course, I don't know if that's what you mean, but you can always show me yourself. I'm always happy to see it. Okay. Oh, you're half, yeah. Okay. I mean, you can show, if you want to follow my tutorial, I think it's gonna be roughly like an hour. You can show me the end result, and then what I actually realized is that even if you like make the tutorial like a comic-like house, as you saw before, the result of my colleague was quite different. She chose a different point of view for the camera, and her house was quite more realistic in its proportions. So it's always nice to see the results of a pretty linear and step-by-step tutorial, just because they still can be quite different in the outcome. I think I am more like a person that really follows every step of the tutorial and tries to recreate it one by one, like one to one. But I think people are quite different in that regard. The eyes still don't look like relaxed. Maybe her lower lip needs to be higher. Usually if you relax or if you close your eyes, like 80% of the movement comes from the top eyelid. And the bottom eyelid stays quite like in the same spot. Which is probably... let's see. I think we have to use... I can move this part up just a little bit. Maybe move the corner down. Let's see how... I think we have to move her eyes up just a little bit to get this look down here. I think I'm gonna keep those. I'm gonna go to a different area for now. Maybe if I look back at it at some point later, I'll see some stuff I want to improve. Okay. The ears could probably be a little bit bigger. Just recently I realized that my ears on characters were way too big. I made them so big that they were like half of the height of the whole face. Well, not that crazy, but way bigger than they should be. If you look at eyes from a profile view, they should go from the eyebrow, I think, from the brows to the nose tip. So in this area they should stay. They shouldn't go lower than the ears. Let's do something like that. That's too big. So I made them way bigger than they should be. Oh, I should also maybe go in here and give her some muscle down here, some more definition. This looks kind of weird right now. Really smooth. Okay, let's go in here. First you have this hole or pit. Then you have your Adam's apple. Somewhere around there, not as prominent on women or on females. Okay. Then you have this muscle going from the I think, is it called sternum? This bone right here. A muscle going from the middle of that to behind the ear. That's used for rotating your face or your head. So if you rotate your head and you feel around there in this area, you can see if you rotate to this side, to the left side, this one will get more tense because it like pulls your face to the side, and the other one will be relaxed. And if you do to the right, you'll see this one will get tense. Wait, is it actually? No, it's the other way around. If she looks to the left from our perspective, this one will pull this side closer, which means she will look to the left. Kind of confusing. Okay, give her some more muscles. Define the torso area. That's actually like way too crazy, but that's always how I work with it. Put in the shapes first and then using the smooth brush to make it less defined. Actually, we don't have to detail this too much because you can't see it in the final image because of the water, but just giving it some detail won't hurt. Okay. This may be too... Okay, just smoothing out some more. Okay. Then your neck muscle is going from back here at the skull and moves over actually up to the front of the shoulder. Just a few muscles, main muscles go from here down the spine and then end, I think at some point right here, go over to the shoulder, and then you have this triangle. Not too prominent on females, so I'll not make that too defined. Just wanted to show you how it looks. You can make the shoulders, give them some more detail. I have to keep in mind to not focus on details too much because I want to actually make this a quick project, so I want to finish this tomorrow or the day after. So I can't get lost in details. Okay. Make the shoulder muscle more defined. Go something like that. You have this shape right there, and then your back muscle. The shoulder goes down here, and then you have this bigger part back here that goes over and to the neck muscle. Some similar to this. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Oh, walk your dog. I hope you enjoy the walk. Get some fresh air. I'll probably stream for like half an hour more, and then tomorrow will be my next stream. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And yep. Thanks for watching. It's always nice talking about the passions of other people. I think that's one of the topics that's the easiest to talk about with people. Not necessarily talking about yours, but just listening to what they're interested in and like asking what makes them interested in that or where it comes from. And I think that's like one of the easiest topics to talk about because everybody is interested in something, and so you don't like get into like a big debate or something. I mean, you could, but you can easily avoid it by just asking about what they think is so interesting about that topic. Okay. That's why I enjoy it so much, just because you can just most of the time just sense the excitement of people when they talk about their favorite activities or their passions, which is just always nice to see. Okay, I think that this part is the last thing you'll see, so we don't have to detail this more. We could maybe put in the shoulder blades. Let me look at my reference. Shoulder blades, I think, look like haven't done a full body in quite a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. Like that. Okay. That looks kind of weird. Well, good thing is it's gonna be hidden underwater. That's not that bad. I think I did the shape wrong. Well, let's just smooth it out and forget about it. Let's work on the face some more. Give this part some more volume. She's not supposed to be like starving. And if you look at a like 3/4 view of a person, you can most of the time see like a 3 shape. So this is the first, like the first arch of the 3 at the top, and then you have this smaller arch where you can see the fat lying on there, right there, and the muscle around the lips. So if you put them like super close, you can see, looks kind of weird. If you then remove that and maybe give it even some more volume, you can see, oh, that's too much. She just looks more healthy. The most important thing is, first you gotta know how to, like in character creation, you gotta learn what the bones look like. Then you gotta learn how the muscles attach to these bones, so you can create the muscle volume when you're creating characters. And then you should never forget about the fat pads or fat deposits, because those can really shape a face. There's a nice comparison of a person with like almost no fat in her face, and then 2 more stages of more and more fat, and you can really see the difference and where the most prominent deposits are and how they define the face shape. Okay. There's one thing, the deposits, I haven't really considered in a long while, and then at some point I watched a video that talked about it, and it like kind of clicked for me how important they actually are. Okay, maybe we could make the forehead just a little bit wider. Let's see the eyes. Oh, not rendered. Material preview. Let's add the plane. Where's the plane? Plane is gone. Why is nothing working right now? Oh, there's the plane. Why is it down there? Up there. Well, let's move it down. Okay. See, the eyes have changed. A simple trick we can do is if we... Let's go back to layout view, or to the layouts tab. We can go into material preview to see the iris. And now if we add an empty, we can use this one. An empty is basically just an object without physical properties, so it has no look. It's just this weird cross, for example, that stores information like location and rotation. So if you now go into the eyes and go into the constraint properties, you can say that the eye should track, track. Let's actually use two empties, because eyes never really look exactly in one spot. So we use two. Let's turn them to a plane, let's say. So if you now say these two should follow this plane, where's the plane? The plane just vanished. This plane right there. Let's say they follow this plane. You could say, as you see, they move with this plane. And now if we say the eye should track this empty right there, the right one. So if you say the IR should track, oh wait, what, wrong one. Okay, so this one tracks this empty. As you can see, it moves somewhere else, but we have to change the axis. And I think we also have to change the, let's remove that. I think the anchor point is somewhere else down there. So what we have to do is go in here, say, select everything and say, let's see, we want to put the anchor point or the pivot point in the middle of the eye. So we'll go in here, say cursor to selected. Now it's in the middle of the eye. We can say object set origin, which is the pivot point, origin to a 3D cursor. And now it's in the middle. So this orange dot right there determines where the anchor point is. Which means if I now activate the eye, you can see it stays in the same spot, but it rotated to the left, which means we have to change the axis. It should be, okay, -y. And now if I move the empty and we remove this cursor, you can see it follows the empty. Now if we do the same for this eye, oh, the pivot point is actually this at the correct spot. So we just have to go into the object constraints, use the damped track and select the other empty. Say negative. Which one is it? It's Z. Okay. And as you can see now, if we move this plane around, we can say, put it somewhere down up here. She's following the plane. So now, what we can do is let her eyes focus on the camera by moving the plane behind the camera. And now she looks at the camera. If we look at it, it looks way better than before. And it's similar to this. We could maybe make her iris smaller, but I would probably prefer not to do that because that's kind of annoying. See, she looks right into the camera, which is exactly what we wanted. The most important thing to remember when you're modeling or sculpting a character is to keep in mind that these eyes, especially on women, look way bigger than they actually are because of the makeup and the long eyelashes. So always keep in mind to not make them too big. I think mine are pretty big. I always like, this is one of my weaker points, the eyes. First of all, because the eyelids most of the time are like this, have this wavy shape in them, which makes them look kind of fake. And also, just getting the eyes right is so hard. Not only because you have to, like, I I have good realistic eyes, like eyeballs, but getting the eyelid shape and the whole like eye part correct is just so hard, at least for me. This is one of my weaknesses I'm still working on. Also, always remember, eyelids are pretty thick. So don't make them like, put them like super close to the eye. Of course, they are right on the eye, but give them some thickness that makes them look way more realistic than. And it is actually more realistic to give them some more thickness than you might even think they need. Okay. I think the eyes are okay so far. If we look through the camera. Looks pretty good. Maybe we could change this skull shape just a little bit. Make it a little bit lower, less round. But most of the time the skull is actually bigger than you might expect. On her, for example, it could probably go from here all the way over, and the hair is just a little layer, a small thin layer over the actual skull. I'll drink something real quick. Oiling my throat, or greasing my throat, getting kind of raspy. Okay, I think we're ready for the next. I mean, we can always go back to the last resolution step. Maybe we can add some more detail in the nostrils. Okay. Like that. Okay. This looks pretty good. Define the jaw just a little bit more. Make the mouth. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let's go on to some more detail. Actually, let's see if we can change the eyebrows some more. They should look like curious. Right now I think they look kind of neutral, so if we maybe pull these up just a little bit, maybe not the eyelids. Only the eyebrows. Like that, just a little bit, not too much. In the subtleties are important in the face. Just changing just a small part of the face can make such a huge difference. Okay, smooth that out. Okay. Yep. Let's go on to some more detail. Modifiers and add some more. I think I went to 4 for the last character. Maybe we don't even need that much. We'll see. Give it some more detail in the nostril part. Okay. Now it's really comes down to the subtle brushes and subtle movements. Just giving it just a bit more definition. Maybe add some more fat right here. Going up here. Just a tiny bit. Okay, that's too much. Let's smooth that out. Okay. So I'm probably gonna be it's probably gonna look quite different from the original image, just because she looks quite young, and yeah, young and yeah, well, young. She just looks younger right now. Maybe I'll adjust that, or maybe I'll just make my own character and put her in the same situation. Like making someone younger is mainly done by removing the folds or the hanging skin. For example, in these eyelids, the lower you pull this part up here, this fat pad, the older someone looks. Meaning, if you look at old people, you can see that this part hangs down pretty low, maybe even over the whole eyelid, which is kind of surprising if you actually pay attention to it, and really makes the difference between like an old person when you like create a character and a young person. Loose skin is like something that's so important, not only to get right, but also, first of all, to know where actually the most skin is just being loose and deforming the face shapes of a younger person. Okay, we can actually make this part a little bit smoother. As you can see down there, it's quite a hard transition. You want to make it just a little bit smoother. Smoothing everything out will make her look younger. Get this wavy shape out of this skin part. Okay. Let's define the eyelids some more. Now that we have enough geometry, we can actually do that. They shouldn't be too sharp on the edges, but they're like they have pretty sharp edges, but not too much. Keep them, like, if you use the crease brush, then use it like as a negative effect by pulling everything together and getting this nice line or edge, and then using the smooth brush makes it look pretty good. Okay. Defining the lower eyelid as well. One thing I'm still not really, like, I'm still confused about is how the lower lid like just vanishes under the top lid in the outer corner right there. I never really know how I should like sculpt this. Is it like going over the lower lid, or is it like merging? I have no idea. I'm just like right now I'm just kind of guessing, and I think like putting it underneath the top eyelid is kind of the way to go, but I might be wrong. Okay. Oh, also, there's this fat pad underneath the eye, but the younger the person, or the leaner the person, the less you can see it. So we'll keep it pretty even. Not a lot of fat down here, but I want to rise the cheekbones just a little bit, make them more like higher, to make them more feminine, like that. Okay. Okay. Find the inner part of the eye some more. Cut in like that. Maybe make the small holes basically down here in the middle just a bit more prominent. More strength, so we can actually move it down just a little bit. Like that. Okay. Let's move on to the eyes. I mean the lips. Put some more work into here. This is the... You have these small muscles over the corner of your lips that go like from the top lip to the bottom lip. Just adding those really adds like character to the person, and also just adds just a little bit more realism. Makes it look more realistic. But making them too defined will quickly make it look like it's like a man or a male. So keep that in mind. Maybe we can go in here, make this more defined. Now I'm mainly working on giving this model some character. Defining some nice, some actual what do you call it? Let's see. Oh, some of course, it's that easy. Some recognizable features that sets her apart from other models. For example, the nose and the lips, how they're shaped, what the details are, and how high the lips are compared to the nose, how long the nose is. All that contributes to a person's face. And all that's important to keep in mind. Okay. The nose needs just a little bit more detail. Make it deeper. And also on the inside there's this shape, this weird shape that you can see when you look from the side, and also just a little bit, especially you can see it when you look from below. There's this weird triangle shape in the middle of the nose that you have to keep in mind. It goes like this to the side, and then it gets like thinner in the middle, like in the close to the tip, like that. Okay. Just using the crease brush to add some more definition. Also, we could probably define her nose shape just a little bit more. Like that. Give her some character. Like that. Okay. Still keeping the feminine look by having it quite smooth and small, but also just by adding just a little bit of definition, you can add a lot of character to a person. Okay, maybe smooth out these cheeks like that. Now onto the lips. So the lower lip has these two muscles, or actually like around the lip there's the main muscle of the mouth, just like a circle around the lips, and then you have these muscles that are used to pull the lip down, the lower lip down. There, you can make them quite defined in male characters, which just immediately makes them look more what do you call it? Not male, more what's the name? Dude, I'm blanking right now. Just lets them look more manly. Feminine and masculine, right? Lets them look more masculine. Adding these defined muscles at the bottom of the lip. Okay. Of course, if you keep it pretty smooth, as I have in here, it's looking quite feminine. We can probably work on this chin a little bit more. I haven't really paid attention to that before. Maybe give her more profile. That's looking way better than before. You can't really see it from the front, but if you look from the side, you can really see how that changes the face. Most of the time you can see even more like important features of the face if you look from the side than actually from the front. Stuff like how deep your eyes are in your skull, or the silhouette of your nose and your lips and your chin. You can't really see that from the front view. So if you want to make stuff like likeness sculpts, for example, having a profile view is so important. Also, you have these muscles. I think they're muscles at the bottom of the lip, which is if you put these small lines here, You can add some easy detail in there. Of course, you don't have to put them in there all the time. Sometimes they can be really useful and can just add just a little bit more detail in your sculpts, which really helps not only give the character like unique features, but also make it look more realistic. Also, as I said before, the top lip is made up of three main parts. This middle part and both the side parts, and the bottom lip is made up of two big shapes, these two balls, one on the left and one on the right. Also keep in mind to not make your lips too sharp, like on the edges. For example, if I go in here and make this way too sharp, they can easily look way too like fake, just because they're too defined. And the lip is more like it's still skin, so it has a nice transition between the lighter skin and the pink skin of the lip. So keep in mind to not make them too defined. Of course, if you make stuff like stylized characters, you can make them quite defined. I think that can be a cool stylization, but if you go for realism, keeping them and having them like a smooth transition better. Looks better. Okay. Getting some funky vibes in here with the music. Let's see. We could probably go in here. Go to the higher or smaller resolution, lower resolution. Put the lips together some more. Go in here, grab the top, pull that down. Kinda looks like a duck face right now. If we switch that, we can do the lower lip. If you pull your lips together, make like an O shape, your lips will be pulled forward some more, just because all the volume of the lips that's like spread over a certain horizontal space will be pulled together, which means it has to go somewhere, so it'll go forward. So make sure if you make like an O face to actually pull the lips forward. And also a good tip is keeping the lower lip further back in profile view than the top lip. I mean, you can also, like, if you want to give this character like some unique features, you can change that up. But in general, the bottom lip should be further back. Let's see how that looks. Okay. I wonder if it just looks weird because there's no hair, or because I need to change something. I think I'm gonna make the because it looks so different in this view. Okay. Maybe we can pull the eyebrows up just a little bit. That looks better. Looks more like confused or like curious than like angry or something. How it looked before. Yep. Maybe make the we can make the jaw just a little bit more defined. Just a small amount. Okay. Go in here. There's some fat down here as well. It goes basically like from here down here. So if I add that now, and I smooth that out, as you can see, just adds a little bit more realism and a little bit more character to the face. Of course, not overdo it, otherwise it'll look kind of weird. But just adding just a little layer of fat in there can really make the difference. Okay, we could probably put some more detail in the ears now that we have some more resolution. Okay. Like that. Pull the ears up just a little bit. We could give her some like elf-like ears, make them like pointy if we want it. Could be quite fun, just to make it a little bit more unique. I mean, why not? We don't have to make it like crazy long, just adding something like this. Make it just a little bit more pointy. Adding the crease in there. Defining the shape some more. Especially putting this edge in there. This sharp edge on the outer like rim of the ear. Okay. And she has some more character. She looks just a little bit more unique. Of course, it's not like one-to-one to the artwork, but the artwork is more like a sketch, which just gives us more options to improvise and add our own flair to it. Putting in the ear hole right there. Getting kind of stretched, but you won't see it anyway. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the ears. We could maybe give it some more volume at the top, because the ears have this weird shape, this Y shape at the top. This, like, the Y is going from here to here. Looks kind of weird, but it's important to put that in. Every single detail will be picked up from your eye. And if you ever wonder what's looking weird in this supposed to be realistic image or 3D model, it can be just a small detail that's putting you off. Okay, that should be good enough. I think I'm almost done with the model. Next step's gonna be, actually I'm gonna sculpt on the eyebrows. So let's save first, and then we can mask out the eyebrows first. They're kind of thick eyebrows, so we'll start right there, draw them in. That's a safer way of working and adding eyebrows, just because you don't have to be worried that if you're like done sculpting them in, they look not how you want them to be. You just draw the shape first and then actually sculpt them in. I think they can be thicker. Just adding just a little bit more thickness. I'm saying thick or thickness way too much. Okay. Actually, they can be lower. So pull them down just a little bit. Removing some of that volume up there. See, I didn't say thickness this time. I'm learning some new vocabulary. Okay. This looks pretty good. If you look at it from the front and you go from your nose to the outer edge of the eye and you go further, you basically make a line. The line should show you where your eyebrows should stop. So right there, if I draw just a line from the tip of my nose, of her nose, make it smaller, from the nose to her eyes. Of course, it's kind of rough, but you can see the eyebrows shouldn't be any longer or wider than that, which they aren't, so they're good. Okay, let's see how she looks with some yeah, let's just see how it looks if we add some makeup to her by using the mask brush. This will just add some black paint basically on it. Everything that's black won't be affected by any brushes. Anything that's not black will be affected, which is a good way to work in tighter spots where you, for example, want to affect the lower lip but not the top lip. And if you have them both like together, it's hard to go in there and change the lower lip without actually affecting the bottom, the top lip as well. And if you just add some makeup to her, of course her lips are not going to be black, but just to see how it would look if the lips have a different color. like that. Go in here. Make that smoother. Okay. Looks pretty good. Yep, I'm quite happy. Let's work on these. Oh, let's first remove the makeup around the eyes and the lips, and then we can work on the eyebrows. Just to make it a faster process, I will sculpt them in. If I would make this like a really like photorealistic character, I would actually use like textures that have hairs on them that I can place on the character that look like real hair. But because I want to make this a quick project, I will just sculpt it in using vertex paint. Afterwards will actually, well, it'll still look quite different to using textures, but not too much. I think I need some more. Actually, let's see if I increase this. And just sculpting in some hairs. The eyebrow hairs. The bottom part of them go like upwards, and if they go from the top, especially after the midpoint, they arch down. Which means in the end they all arch down, which is why you have this like bow at the outer part where it just faces down and all the hairs point downwards. Like that. Just adding some more detail. As you can see down here, you can already see the structure of the hair. The hairs might be too big to look actually like real, but you just want to create the illusion of hair. Of course, we're sculpting it in, so it won't look like perfect and realistic, but just creating the illusion is all we want. Okay. I think we might want to give it some more, of course, volume by going in here, putting it to like a 0.25 and just going in here, making the eyebrows just a little bit more thick. Okay, I'll say it. You can see we can get some more realistic eyebrows in here. Oh, wrong direction. Let's go outwards with the crease brush. Go in here, create these nice hairs. Kind of just drawing them in randomly, not really looking at the individual hairs. Of course, we're looking at the direction they're facing, but not so much at the individual hairs and how they like lay. Okay, now if you remove the mask, you can see we have some eyebrows. We could add just a few more to make them like a little bit rougher. Because we made this shape with the mask, it looks kind of like it's drawn in, and just adding a few more hairs that come from outside of this shape will give it some more character, and we'll add some more realism. Okay. The eyebrows might be just a little bit too low. We could either push them up or we remove these ones and do them again. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I meant with putting in the big shapes first, because now if I would want to move the eyebrows up, I could grab the grab brush and push them up, but that would screw up the whole structure of her face, which is of course not what we want. Keeping kind of on the same level horizontally, I think is the plan I'm going for her eyebrows in the middle. Making them quite big and bushy. Not too crazy, but okay. Maybe we can reduce the... Actually, we can just keep it like it how it is right now. We can add some more small hairs outside. Like that. Just adding a few. Okay. Okay. Let's add some more small details here. Make this crease more defined. And also, now we can make the transition a little bit more realistic, because the fold stops right here. Then you have this transition to a smooth skin. So we need to get this transition right. Like that. Okay. We can we could actually give her just a little bit more character by going in here, adding a small crease right down here, and just like that, just a little bit more maybe even. Just like that, we'll give her some more personality. Okay. That looks pretty good. The ears are good. The eyebrows are good. Let's see how she looks in material preview. Okay. If we change our focal length in the camera, focal length can really affect how a person looks. Just because if you decrease the focal length, it stretches your face, and if you increase it, it makes your face look more flat, which you can really see if you make like a selfie with your phone, which has quite a big, I think it has quite a small focal length, so it stretches everything in perspective, which means if you hold it close to your face, your nose looks like quite bigger than it actually is, which is why like doing selfies yourself oftentimes looks kind of weird. Focal length 85, we can keep that. So now if you look at it, if I put that to 50 for example, I would have to zoom in some more to get the same comparison between the two focal length, but it stretches everything out just a little bit. I think I'm gonna make the nose a little bit wider. Go in here, solid, Go to sculpting and making the nose just a little bit wider. Real people don't have this small of noses. Oftentimes, like, making noses small is used to let a character look more feminine. But in real life, there are quite a few females who have quite big noses, and which doesn't even have to look like bad, I think. Big noses can look quite nice on the correct, like on a now like face that supports that type of nose size. Okay. Okay, let's see. We could maybe make this fold just a little bit more detailed. Give it some more thickness. There, I said it. I need to look up some synonyms for thickness. Volume, or yeah, well, what else? Can't even think of one. Let's see what we can find. Thickness. Synonyms. Let's see. Width, breadth, okay. Depth, okay. Extent, density, heaviness, opacity, okay. Well, there are quite a few options. Let's see, this looks quite interesting. I think we have to move the fold down. Or actually, do we? I think we can keep it how it is right now. What I'm gonna add though is teeth and a tongue, maybe even. Or no, I think we only need teeth. So what I'm gonna do is go to layout, use a cylinder, because we can't really see the teeth when she's underwater. We just use a cylinder to fill out her mouth. That should be enough. Make that maybe just a little bit thinner. Wait, where's the origin point? Oh, she's not on the origin point. Well, change the width, as I just learned a new word. Put that closer to the lips, and there you have it. Maybe make that smooth. Okay. I think we can go over to the next step. If we look at this, go to 4. Oh, nice. Okay. Save that. And now we can add, maybe not color, but we're gonna add her hair. Which means we'll go in here. Actually, I think this is a good place to stop this session. We have our character done. So tomorrow we're gonna add her hair. We're also gonna add her eyelashes. We're gonna add the environment, and then we're gonna give her some color. Maybe not, maybe we can't like fit all of that into tomorrow's session, but let's see. This is gonna be a good spot to end it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a nice and enjoyable rest of your day. I enjoyed today's session. I think we have a good end result. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow if you enjoyed it and you want to see more. Of course, also I'll upload some videos. This one's probably going to be a video, not an explanation, but more like a speed sculpt. I'll probably make a tutorial every week on Monday. That's the plan for now. I did one on Monday, the first one, which I'm cutting right now, so it should be up at some point this week. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Maybe I'll see you next time, and yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you being here. So let's save that, and